Hi, my beautiful dolls. Thanks again for tuning into my Mini 28. And you guys been asking me about my labor experience. And I know your girl is like 2 months behind because Parker is now 8 weeks. Yes, I've been a mommy for 8 weeks. Well, mommy for the third time. But anyways, let's just get into it. So, as you guys noticed, have you seen some of my maternity pictures or my baby pictures where the photographer came to the hospital and you didn't see my husband, right? Long story. So I'm going to tell you the reason why he wasn't in the maternity pictures was we were rushing to the island. We were taking pictures on the beach, and I had to stop and get gas. So I told my daughter, I said, Daviana, put some gas in the car. You know, I sat in the car while Kevin went to go pay for the gas, and Daviana pumped it. Well, my 15-year-old daughter did not ask me why does the nozzle does not fit. Okay, I'm trying to tell you. My daughter put diesel in my car. The nozzle didn't even fit, but she still pumped diesel in my car. So I'm driving, trying to get there. I'm already running late. I'm the type of person that loves to be on time. If you want me to be there, I'm professional and I'm going to be on time. That's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pumping it. I'm punching the gas, and next thing you know, my car starts jerking. And I'm like, okay, this is a 2014 Camry. I should be having no problems. Cut off on me at the red light. So I cranked it back up, and then I floored it. I mean, I just hit the gas. But the diesel gas was not compatible with my car, so my car didn't recognize the gas, so it was acting like it didn't have any gas in the car. So I ended up pulling over, and then my daughter, she's sitting in the back seat like this. I said, Daviana, what gas did you pump? I said, did you put diesel in my car? And she held her head down. And then that's when I realized, oh my gosh, I have diesel in my car. My car is fucked up. My car is messed up. So my husband had called a mechanic, and then I called the photographer, which she was super sweet. She came off the island, picked me and my kids up, and then went ahead and did the photo shoot. So she was really nice about that. My husband had to drop had to drop the gas tank on the side of the road. I mean, they fixed the car basically on the side of the road. They had to empty out the gas tank, put new gas in, and then they had to, flush the system out. So they had to ride on the interstate, flush it out or whatever, and it was practically brand new. So while we were taking pictures, my husband was fixing my car because I had diesel in it. The second thing is when the photographer came at the hospital to take the pictures, well, my husband had a moving trip. My husband, he does moving for a living, and he just had a moving trip. So what I had to do was, I did not want to have my baby on the weekend that he was moving. So I was nervous. I didn't want to go into labor while he was on a moving trip. So I had the doctor to induce me on a Wednesday. Well, he had to leave on a Friday, and that's when the photographer came. So he missed those pictures as well. That is the reason why my husband wasn't on any of my maternity pictures or my newborn pictures. So, long story short, let's get into the labor. Let's get into the labor part. Okay, so I'm heading to the hospital. This is really different. This is really different this time around because I have a 15-year-old and I have a 5-year-old that I have to take care of. Now, as you guys know, my grandmother passed away this year, so whenever I had Maddox, she had my 10-year-old daughter at the time. So Kevin was able to be there with me throughout the whole thing because I had someone that could help me with my oldest daughter. But this time around, my grandmother passed away, and which is really sad, but life goes on, I guess. So my husband had to make sure the kids get to school. So he took my oldest daughter to school and Maddox to school, and I had to go to the hospital by myself for a couple of hours so he got the whole family situated. So they induced me about 5:30 in the morning. My husband dropped me off. Oh my God, so super funny. So I'm grabbing the car seat, I'm grabbing the diaper bag, I'm grabbing my bag, and my husband said, "You got it? Does it look like I got it?" But he was trying to hurry up and get back to the kids. So here I am, 9 months pregnant, I have this on my shoulder, and I'm just trying to get to my room or whatever. It was a disaster. I was so mad he did not help me to my room, but he was trying to make sure the kids were taken care of. So I get it. I'm over it. Not mad anymore, Kevin. So they induced my labor. And the labor pains did not kick in for a couple of hours. Matter of fact, I didn't start feeling the pain until about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And they had already started Pitocin like 5:30 in the morning. Like as soon as I got in, they gave me my IV fluids and they started my Pitocin like right away. So I was in labor for not that long. I had Parker at, I want to say 3 o'clock. But what happened was they checked me and then I was like 5 centimeters. I was 5 centimeters when I started having like the pain about 10 o'clock or whatever. And then they gave me the epidural. Hold on, did I say that right? No, take it back. So the pain didn't kick in until about 11 o'clock. And I said, okay, I'm going to try to do it. Ooh, I'm just going to try to push through this pain. I'm going to do it this time. You know, no medicine at all. But after 2 hours of these contractions coming back to back like this, oh my gosh. Talk about climbing up the wall. Give me my epidural. Give me my Demerol. Give me something, please. Because I'm in a lot of pain. So by that time, I was in pain 11, 12, 1. So 1, they gave me my epidural. And then within like 30 minutes to an hour, I was 10 centimeters. So by the time they checked me, I was 6 centimeters when they gave me my epidural. And within like 30 minutes to an hour, I was ready to push. So I pushed. And I pushed. And I pushed. This baby would not come out, you guys. So what they had to do was give me a episiotomy. I guess that's what it's called, where they have to cut you. Oh my God. My daughter was like, I can't film this no more, Mom, because my daughter was in there. I wanted to try to do like a big like film for you guys, but she was just like, too much blood, I can't do it. My husband, he's clenching his mouth. I mean, he's clenching his fists and closing his eyes, and I'm like, and I'm trying to push this baby out, and they finally got him out after they cut me, and then they had to do a suction cup and pull the baby out. So Parker had like a little bump on top of his head for a couple of weeks. I was really mad about that, by the way. Because like he didn't give me time. Like, let me push. I think I pushed for maybe 20 minutes and then he had already cut me and then wanted to use the suction cup. So it really wasn't a beautiful or a nice experience of giving childbirth because I started to bleed out. So only thing I remember is the nurse says, we're going to give you some medicine. We're going to give you some medicine for your bleeding, but it's going to cause severe diarrhea. I'm thinking to myself, okay, I mean, I could take myself to the bathroom. It ain't no thing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so they stuck it in my leg. She says, well, you won't feel it. And just look like, just boom, and just put the medicine in my leg. So after Parker was born, I'm like, okay, they done stitched me up and I'm laying in the bed. I'm like, oh my God, I'm bleeding out. I felt like I was still bleeding out. And then I told the nurse, I said, I'm bleeding out. So she checks me and she says, you remember I said something about the diarrhea, right? I said, oh my God, you trying to tell me I pooped on myself. I had diarrhea and I didn't know it. I didn't have no sensation. Like, you know, sometimes when your stomach starts cramping and hurting, you be like, oh, gotta go to the bathroom. You run to the bathroom. No, I didn't have no control. I didn't feel anything. I thought I was bleeding, but it was the diarrhea. So it was horrible. So while they're treating that Parker, they're treating me. I just feel really weak by that time because I had lost, I won't say a lot of blood, but losing any amount of blood makes you tired. So I was cold, I was feeling weak, and I was just ready for that to be over with. So I was kind of upset because I didn't really get a chance to bond with my baby because it was just so quick, fast-paced, bleeding out, episiotomy, pulling the baby out. You know what I'm saying? It was just so much going on that I didn't get a chance to really just, where they put the baby on your chest and you, and all that stuff. So I missed that this time around. But anyways, Parker is here. That's my whole story. I mean, that's why I was like, do I want to do a labor story because it's not so glamorous. But some of you guys wanted to hear it, so I hope you guys are not too grossed out about my story. But that's pretty much it. The bundle of joy. Parker Hemingway is here, and I wish him so much in life. You know, I want him to be very successful. I want him to be happy. I want to do everything in my power to make sure he has the best life experience while I'm on this while I'm on this earth. I was going to say God's green earth. That's what I was trying to say. While I'm on God's green earth, I want to make sure I'm able to give him the happiness and the joy of life that he deserves. If you guys have any other questions or think I left something out about my labor experience, please leave that in the comment section and I'll be glad to answer it there. Thanks again for tuning into my Mini 28. You guys, if this is your first time watching my video, please subscribe and thumbs up this video. Yeah, do that for me. Love you dolls. Mwah.